ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुः उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Welcome all of you. Today I heard that at this Fana Beach, Hyderabad, you all are celebrating a very big girls' camp today. Always Nitashi will not come, and also the local mentors, Radheshyam Mataji, Namrata Mataji, and others, Kalika Mataji. And they all are organizing a very beautiful, big program for all of you. I'm just going to speak a very brief 10 minutes talk to you all. As you see here, I have given a heading 10 benefits of cultivating values in human life. According to Vedas, the human life is extremely rare. And our human life is a life of responsibility, unlike the animals. Animals just eat, sleep, and produce children and die one day, not knowing where are they going. But in human life, one can learn education, culture, and devotion. So, I'm going to share with you some of the benefits of coming to the temple, attending the program like this Girls' Voice event, and also weekly training program for the girls. So, I'm going to show you 10 benefits now, as you see here. Vedic heritage lays a foundation in self-discipline for living and let living, and being responsible, and also showing behavior in difficult situations, especially bringing success and harmony and love. Also, I have written like a long sentence, which I am going to show you in several slides here. So, firstly, how to live our lives in harmony with God and nature. You see, God has created a beautiful world for us. He's created the sun and the moon, the sky and the earth, the rains and the grains, and the fruits and the flowers, and all facilities for us to live peacefully in this world. But He has given all these things with a purpose. As living beings, we all are children of God, originally very pure, like rainwater is pure. But when it touches the ground, it becomes muddy. So when now we have become impure, surrounded by the mind with its impurities. So to regain our purity, in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and all these literatures, God has given us the right type of lifestyle. You see, as I have shown in the picture, these are prohibited activities like intoxication or illicit sex, sex before marriage or sex outside marriage, gambling, meat eating, all these things. So these are prohibited, and if we do these activities, we will suffer. Yeah, a person who smokes suffers from lung cancer. One who drinks suffers from liver cirrhosis. One who does illicit relations suffers from sexual diseases. One who is eating meat has many complicated diseases. So these are all indications that we are breaking the laws of God and suffering. So that's the first thing. We agree to abide by the will of God. Like here you see, these ladies are cooking nice bhoga offering to Lord and distributing prasadam. This lady is doing kirtan with harmonium. This lady is absorbed in clapping hands and singing bhajan. This mata is distributing books, Prabhupada's books like Bhagavad Gita. So this lady also is a preacher going to teach girls. In this way, you can engage in varieties of activities in alignment with God, not break the laws of God, and do the actions in alignment with God. It's the first thing. When you come to the temple and attend the classes, you learn these things. What is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. Then second thing, how to behave in a way that brings happiness to us and others. See, here on the left side, I have shown one scientist who created a life-saving drug like penicillin or something. On the right side, we have shown another scientist who created a bomb, atom bomb, which destroyed thousands of men in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and things like places like that, isn't it? So both are scientists. So one is bringing happiness to all, one is bringing suffering to all. Depends on what value system they have. So are you going to cultivate a value system where you benefit the world? Or you are going to create a value system that you destroy the family, destroy the world around? The choice is yours. We all have a angel in us, an animal in us. So if you come for these training programs, you will awaken the angel within you. See the third one, how to behave in difficult situations that we are put in. Look at Draupadi was disturbed in the public. Lord Krishna supplied her unlimited sari when she called them. Look at the Pandavas in the forest for 12 years. Very dharmically, as per the rule, they spent the 12 years patiently. In all these trying situations, the Pandavas never contemplated on suicide. Just see how much inner strength and courage they had. That is because of Lord Krishna's guidance and support. On the other hand, you find here is a 20-year-old IIT boy from Hyderabad who jumped off a 7-story building and committed suicide. Not just one, it's the third suicide in 2019, recently. So the modern day students have no inner strength to face the failures in life. Unlike the Pandavas, you can see they suffered far more, but they never thought of committing suicide. So if you want to build your inner strength to face the challenges of the world around you, then you need to increase your spiritual stamina. And for that, you need the training from Bhagavad Gita through chanting, meditation, bhajans, kirtans, praying to the Lord, coming in the company of people with positive vibrations. In this way, you will develop the inner strength. Here's the fourth one, how to behave when we possess beauty, wealth, education, or birth. In the picture you are seeing, these two men, two devatas, Alakur and Manigriva, they were sons of treasurer of demigods whose name was Kubera. Kubera was living in Himalayas in the neighborhood of Lord Shiva. So these two boys, two devatas, Nalakur and Manigriva, their father was Kubera, they were rich kids. And the neighbor was Shiva, they had good association. So in this way they were wealthy and fortunate. But they misused that facility. Look at them, they are drinking liquor. And in the Mandakini Ganga holy river, they are bringing some girls, apsaras, and practically all of them are nude with no clothes and they are misbehaving. And then Narada is coming, as you see in the picture. Narada is a great saint. When the girls looked at Narada, they became afraid. They put on the clothes and they fled from there, thinking that we should not earn a curse. But these two men were so drunken that they had no sense at all. Then Narada cursed them to become trees. But the anger of a great saint like Narada also is like a blessing in disguise, you see. So they became trees as per Narada's wish in Vrindavan, behind the home of Krishna, and saw the Balya Leela of Krishna, the childhood pastimes of Krishna. One day Krishna went between the two trees, broke the two trees and delivered these two fellows, Alakur and Manigriva. But one lesson we learn, that if you become very proud from the position of big devatas, they fell down to become trees. Just see. So the soul passes from one body to another. And right now we are all in human body. Next life we can be an animal body or a tree's body or anything like that. So one should be very careful when we have beauty, wealth, education, birth. We shouldn't become proud. And here is the opposite example. Look at Pandavas who were ruling the whole world. They were extremely humble and they were all getting guidance from Lord Krishna. They were never proud. Another example I've shown is King Ambarish. He was a powerful, celebrated devotee king ruling the whole world at that time. But he always thought, I am a servant of Krishna. In his mind, he was remembering the lotus feet of Krishna, as you see in the picture here. So in this way, if you come for these classes, you will learn, even though I may possess beauty, wealth, education, birth, all these things, it's all Krishna's gift to me in my life. I will use them properly. I will not become proud unnecessarily. Because we know it's not mine. God gave me the eyes, ears, hands, legs. God gave me the brain. God has given me the house. God has given me food, everything. Why should I be proud? Everything belongs to Him. So we will develop that consciousness. Fifth one, how to live and let live. Look at this Hitler. He killed 11 million Jews by putting them in gas chambers and butchering them. Ruthless fellow, merciless fellow, just see. So, and finally he also committed suicide. Just see. How foolish. So, it's austeric propensity. On the other hand, look at Lord Ramachandra. He brought happiness to all the people of the world. So even today we talk about Ramarajya. So we will learn how to not injure the other living entities, how to live peacefully. Like Lord Ram, Sita Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, they are glorified for all time to come for the kind of righteous life he led. And he taught us an exemplary leader. Here you see These two girls are friendly, you see. They are smiling happily. So the globe is filled with 8 billion population. And we all can be friendly like this, provided we learn the art of how to live and let others live. Geo and Ginedo. But in today's age, people have only Geo sim. They only think Geo may, Geo tomorrow. They think others should die and I should flourish. So here is a picture which shows they are friendly, but there are also cases of people who are like this. They don't know how to live and let live. They make life difficult for one another. So you have a choice. How do you want to live your life? If you come to these classes, you learn the art of uh, keeping God in the center of your life. You know, when Rama is the center of life, then Sita and Lakshman, then Hanuman and Sugriva and Vibhishan, they were all cultured. Now Kaikeyi sent Ram far away, created a situation of gloom in Ayodhya. Ravana also did not want Ram. By turning away from Ram, he destroyed himself. So in this way, we can learn to live and let live peacefully if we learn this principle. How to lay a foundation of habits, skills, and character that brings peace and happiness. Nowadays, as you see in the picture here, boys, girls are smoking cigarettes. They are drunken in liquor like this in the name of parties. They are ruining their life. Look at the left side picture. I have shown a house. The foundation of the house is cracking. You can see below. So if foundation cracks, the whole house cracks. You can see because the whole house is standing on the foundation. When somebody comes to your home, you don't show the foundation, but still without foundation, you can't build the house. Similarly, the habits, skills, and character, they form the foundation of your life. Who is giving you that? Today, you go to schools and colleges because this training is not there. Therefore, boys, girls are becoming like this. They're becoming foolish and they are hurting their bodies and damaging their character and health and everything. You see? On the other hand, look at this. Lord Rama taught how to behave with wife, how to behave with brothers, how to behave with father, how to behave with servants. And so by learning Ramayana, Mahabharata and such kinds of literature, you get all these good qualities. You know how to communicate, how to win the trust of others, how to show commitment and understanding, and how to show compatibility and support. All these pillars in which the house is standing erect and a very solid foundation you can lay for your life. Seventh one, how India is glorious for her Vedic heritage. I'll tell you briefly. You know, after the Second World War, Americans took a tailorist approach, we call it. They told all the employees, come here with your hands because behind your hand there is skill. We will give our intelligence and we want your hands for working with us. So they got a lot of work done and the industries boomed for a while. Then industry started nosediving. They started failing in the industries, profits started going down. They were wondering why. Stanford University researched and went to Japan to find out how they are booming in their industry. They wanted to see. And then they said, like here it is shown, Americans wanted, only the hands, whereas the Japanese were saying that you bring your hands and your head also, idea also you bring. Whereas in India, they saw, hand, head, heart, all the three. But hand alone is not enough. Americans wanted only hands, Japanese wanted only head. But Indian value system teaches us, bring your hand, head, and heart. Because behind the hand there is skill, behind the head there is creativity, behind the heart there is inspiration. So they wanted to know how in India people are putting up companies like families, how they work together so cooperatively nicely. Then they found out that in the Gurukulas, they were taught the value system, to live a life based on love, trust, and respect for each other, with God in the center. And that's what makes people live life from the bottom of their hearts, in a very friendly mood, causing least trouble to other living beings, living in harmony with others, understanding Lord is watching from the top. So this kind of Vedic heritage, where a leader is able to draw inspiration and give inspiration to people and draw trust from the people, that they found in India. So America found that skill sets are not enough. Just adding some values are not enough. But we have to bring the heart of the people to the job. And that is taught in the Indian Gurukula system, where the gurus win the heart of the disciple for their whole life. So in this way, that's a heritage in which all of you are born. and you have an opportunity to learn Ramayana, Mahabharata, and Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita by coming to these girls' voice classes. Okay, how to learn self-discipline for our own advantage. Look at that fellow guy. He's eating like anything. He's getting obesity, not able to control. Look at the second fellow. Just as the horses are running in all directions, he's unable to control the senses running in all directions. So the passenger is in trouble. Like that, today's boys and girls, they are letting their senses loose in all directions and they have no control of their lives. Look at the third guy who is lying in the sofa, sleeping all day, sleeping in the night. He has no control over sleep. Look at this girl who is into all social media. She is delighting in it, but her time is lost. She's not able to do her studies. Look at this lady. She's talking on phone for an hour, and the husband is showing the watch. Hey, you have no control over the speech. They're like a chatterbox going on speaking. He's telling her. And look at this guy. He has no control over his anger. He's losing temper and causing disease to himself. So we need to cultivate self-discipline, and that requires going closer to God by meditation, chanting, kirtans, bhajans, coming in the company of like-minded, peaceful-minded devotees. See, we all have a battle in our mind. The red and the white one shown, the demoniac and the divine nature. So you all know that you have both type of natures, but we have to strengthen the divine nature and drive out the animal nature. Animal acts by instinct, but a divine person acts by thinking. So therefore, in this battle, if you want to win, you need to strengthen your divine nature. Like you see here, if you're self-disciplined, you can say no to eating like this. Yeah, you can control your eating. You can control your purchasing. Look at the lady. She's not able to carry so much as she has purchased. So why? Because they have uncontrolled mind. And they want to buy more, buy more, buy more, buy the whole shop. Yeah. You can say no to it. Here you see, being responsible and cheerful in our duties. Like all of your students, so you have to study well now. But then like this child, you see, he want to play all day. Children want to play all day, but mom wants him to study. Similarly, our duty is calling us to do one thing, but our mind wants to enjoy, as you see in the picture here, isn't it? So, in the same manner, you see, somebody says, "Oh, TV watching makes me cool." This girl is enjoying watching TV whole semester, and when the exams come, then one realizes, "Oh, my exam. When exams come, I realize I'm a fool because all the books are dumped now. He has not studied. I have to start the study. That overload comes. You see, yeah, this way." So snoozing alarm in the morning is easy. Then you don't get up, and somebody has to come and wake us up. So for one to wake up on time and do things, that requires sense of duty, isn't it? Yeah. Similarly, sleeping all day on sofa, just sleep. One can quickly wake up if you are going early to bed and early to rise. Cultivate that habit. Similarly, smartphone was supposed to be used for phoning, but now it is making everyone a slave. So you all have the choice how to strengthen your inner mind in such a way that you can say no to unwanted things and yes to things which are favorable for you. Look at this guy, he has three phones, he is uncontrolled. He's become a helpless victim of smartphone. And you should be able to say no. This is self-discipline, to say no to such things. Lastly, how to be loved by all. So we all looking for uplifting association. While living in this world, how not to be envious, how not to be greedy, how not to be revengeful, how not to be jealous of others, how not to make unhealthy comparisons, but be friendly, be cheerful. And like Yudhishthira Maharaj, he always saw good in everyone. When Dronacharya called Duryodhana and Yudhishthira and said, Duryodhana, find out someone better than you. And Yudhishthira find out someone inferior to you. They both came in the evening back and said, Yudhishthira said, sir, everyone has some good quality. I couldn't find anyone inferior to me. Duryodhana said, I have seen everybody in the world. Nobody is better than me. I am the best of all, he said. Dronacharya said, you foolish Duryodhana, yeah, your estimation is wrong. You don't know who is better than you. Here is Yudhishthira better than you. Yudhishthira, there's no one inferior to you. You thought here is Duryodhana inferior to you. As he said. So, Yudhishthira was loved by all for his good character. So, if you want to be a personality who is endearing, uplifting, pure-hearted, And the training programs that you will get in our ISKCON Abid's Hyderabad temple for the girls training, that will be immensely helpful for you. Here are some of the girls who are already getting training here in ISKCON Abid Hyderabad. This is Namrata Mataji's group. They all come together regularly. They go for trips, outdoor trips. They come for weekly training programs. Here is one Vishaka Mataji came and gave a premarital girls training. There was all girls coming gathering together. And here is Navya Mataji's group report of girls' voice. You can see briefly what all activities they do. You'll get an idea. They do Abhishek. So they do a lot of services. They are playing Mridangam, Kartal. They are learning. They have classes also. So they are doing some activities. They have some skits also. Taking prasadam together. We are doing kirtans, dancing by the pleasure of the Lordship. So these are weekly activities. All of you are welcome to join these kind of programs. So thank you all very much for your patient listening to this small talk from my side. So these teachers, mentors for the girls have been working very hard regularly, and now they're putting up this big festival for all of you. Her Grace Niteshwari Mataji is a very experienced, very world-renowned speaker. We have invited her so that all of you can benefit from her association. So I wish you all a very grand and nice program there. And all of you can register your names to be a part of this Girls' Voice, and you'll be included in one of the groups. And you'll be regularly invited for the classes and activities. There are innumerable activities. I've only shown a little bit here. When you come, you will see yourself for 2-3 months. If you like it, you can continue joining these programs. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.